Kurinji Senior Secondary School, CBSE, Namakkal.
Successful result producing school in state every year.
Administered by the Board of Directors with over 35 years of experience in the teaching field.
Special attention on art, craft, music, dance, silambam, yoga, skating and karate.
Focus on Hindi Sabha and Spell Bee Olympiad exams.
Smart class for effective and innovative learning and well-furnished library.
Solitary importance on sports and games in state and national level.
WhatsApp facilities to know activities of students and school inside the campus.
NEET, JEE, IIT coaching experts from Rajasthan and Andhra Pradesh along with our effective teachers.
Admission registration for classes LKG to +2.
Kurinji Educational Institution, Kavetipatti, Namakkal. Admission in progress. CBSE, KG to 12, contact 9025895176. Metric 6 to 12, contact 9344567484. For online admission, log on to www.kurinjischoolnkl.in.
In continuation to the last class, here we start with 16th problem. 16th exercise problem. See here. Observe carefully. Suppose we think of fission. Suppose we think of fission of Fe5626 nucleus into two equal fragments. That is what the aluminium 2813 Al 2813, right? That is what he told. And then, is the fission energetically possible? The question is the fission energetically possible, right? And next, argue by working out Q of the process. Okay, so he is asking answer, but he is not asking the answer yes or no, right? He is asking he is expecting the arguments. No, why it is not possible? Suppose, okay, if yes or no, he is asking how it is possible or how it is not possible, right? And after completion, okay, by finding or by calculating Q value, okay, right? And further they have given some constant values, that is for Fe 55.93494 AMU and for Al 29.98191 AMU, okay, and both the values they have given in AM, right? And in our previous problems also we discussed, okay, how to calculate Q value. So this is the nuclear reaction. That is what the Fe5626 gives rise to Al aluminium 2813 plus aluminium 2813, because he mentioned here we think of fission of a Fe5626 nucleus into two equal fragments aluminium 2813, right? So this is that. Next plus Q, right? And we are going to find the Q value, so Q is equal to M of 5626 Fe minus 2M of aluminium 2813, okay, into C square. Just we have taken these two things to that side to find out the Q value. To that side means to left side, okay, right? And substitute the values according to the question. That is what here 55.93434 minus 2 into 27.98191, okay, right, into 931.5 million electron volts to get the Q value in million electron volts, right? Here, if you do this process, if you do this mathematical process, you will get it as, okay, you will get it as minus 0.02888 into 931.5. So finally we will get it as minus 26, okay, minus 26.90 million electron volt. Observe carefully, I told you from starting onwards, here we are getting Q value as minus, that is what, negative. So Q value is negative, right? So when the Q value is negative, as we got here, that is minus 26.90 million electron volt, so we can say that the fission is not possible energetically. Fission is not possible energetically, okay. So that is our answer, right? So is the fission energetically possible means the answer is no. So why no means Q value is available in negative, right? So this we can say that after completion of calculation, after completion of calculating Q value. Okay, right. Next, 17th question. See here. The fission properties of, next question ma. The fission properties of Pu 23994 are very similar to those of uranium 23592. Full stop. The average energy released per fission, the average energy released per fission is 180 million electron volt. 180 million electron volt. How much energy in million electron volt is released? How much energy in million electron volt is released if all the atoms in 1 kg of, if all the atoms in 1 kg of pure Pu 23994, Pu 23994 undergo fission. So finally what he is asking ma, how much amount of energy is released if all the atoms in 1 kg of substance, that is what pure Pu 23994 undergo fission. First they have given that is what the fission properties of, that is Pu 23994 are very similar to those of uranium 23592. Okay, right, full stop. The average energy released per fission is 180 million electron volts. Okay, full stop. How much energy in million electron volt is released if all the atoms in 1 kg of pure Pu 23994 undergo fission? Okay, it's a simple thing. It's not a big thing, right? See here. Number of atoms present in 239 grams of Pu 23934. That's we know very well ma. It is Avogadro number. It is Avogadro number 6.023 into 10 to the power of 23. Okay, right. But we are going to calculate number of atoms present in 1 kg according to the question, right? In 1 kg or 1000 grams. Then what will happen? What is our calculation? Avogadro number into 1000 by 239. Avogadro number into 1000 by 239, because 239 is we are taking that is as a mass number, and it is 1000, that is equal to 2.52 into 10 to the power of 24. So these are the number of atoms present in 1 kg. Number of atoms present in 1 kg are 1000 grams of plutonium, that is what Pu 23934. Okay, right. Next, energy released per fission. Energy released per fission is equal to 180 million electron volts. They have given in the question the average energy released per fission is 180 million electron volts, right? So we want to calculate total energy. So it's very well you have to multiply this value with this value, that then we will get total energy. That is what 4.54 into 10 to the power of 26 million electron volts. Okay, right, and you have to multiply these two mathematically, then final value will be 4.54 into 10 to the power of 26 million electron volt. Okay, right. Next problem. See here, that is what 18th problem. See here, a 1000 megawatt fission reactor consumes half of its fuel in 5 years, that is what 5.00, right? How much uranium, that is uranium U-23592, did it contain initially? Right? We understood nicely. Next, assume the reactor operates 80% of the time, that all the energy generated arises from the fission of uranium 23592, from the fission of uranium 23592. Okay, that is what I want to say from the fission of uranium 235 92, okay, and that this nucleate is right, and that this nucleate is consumed only by the fission process, okay. See here, so uranium 235 92, and this nucleate is consumed only by the fission process, right. So first question is clear, you know, a 1000 megawatt fission reactor consumes half of its fuel in 5 years. The question is, how much uranium 235 92 did the nuclear reactor has or contain initially, okay. So he is also giving one assumption also important, because according to that only we have to solve the problem, right. Otherwise how can we, okay. See here, assume the reactor operates 80% of the time, that all the energy generated arises from the fission of uranium 235 92, and that this nucleate is consumed only by the fission process, okay, right. See here, we are going for solution. You know what is the power of the reactor given, 1000 megawatt, okay, that is what 1000 megawatt. So 1000 megawatt means that is equal to 10 to the power of 9. See here, so which is what a power of the reactor P is equal to 1000 megawatt, that is equal to 10 to the power of 9 watt, and time of power generation they only given, that is 5 years, that is equal to 5 into 3.154 into 10 to the power of 7 seconds. So as simple as such, just he expressed time in seconds, that's all, 5 years in seconds, okay. Next, total energy generated in 5 years with 80% on time, because he asked to assume the reactor operates 80% of the time, okay. And you know, daily 24 hours is there, right. So night times some problems, right. So that and all also no need for us, but the question is important, that is what he is asking to take 80% of the time, okay, right. So 80% of P into T means just 80 by 100, it is 0.8 into 10 power 9 into 5 into 3.154 into 10 to the power of 7 joules, okay. Next, energy generated in each fission of uranium 235 92, that is what they have given, 200, right, 200 million electron volt, right, 200 million electron volt, then that is equal to 200 into 10 to the power of, okay, 200 into, you know, million means 10 power 6, electron volt means 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19. So that 200 into 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 13 joules. So this is the final value, because here we had 200 million electron volt, no. If you convert that into joules, 200 into 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 13 joules, okay, right. Then number of atoms, okay, number of atoms in 235 grams of uranium 235 92 is equal to, it is Avogadro number, per 1 gram you can write 6 into 10 to the power of 23 by 235. So next, energy generated per gram of uranium 235 92, energy generated per gram of uranium 235 92 is equal to, right. So in 1 gram, this is the amount of energy generated, that you can write like this, 200 into 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 13 into 6 into 10 to the power of 23 divided by 235, that is what, joule per gram, okay. Already we mentioned here, but here also we are writing, just by seeing this value itself we can understand it is the energy generated per gram of uranium 235 92, okay. Next, the amount of uranium 235 92 consumed in 5 years with 80% on time is equal to total energy generated divided by energy generated per gram, okay. So what is the total energy generated here, you know, right? This is what 0.8 into 10 to the power of 9 into 5 into 3.154 into 10 to the power of 7 into 235 divided by energy generated per gram means this one. So actually 235 should be here, and while doing mathematical process it goes to the numerator, no? That is the only thing, and this value we have to write here. Okay, then at last so this value is here, and this value is here, right? And you do that process, then we will get it as 1.544 into 10 to the power of 6 grams, that is equal to 1544 kilogram, right? 1544 kilogram, that is the answer according to the question what he is asking. So you can say that the amount is half the fuel taken initially. The amount is half the fuel taken initially, and mass of uranium 235-92 taken initially is 3088 kg. 3088 kg. Okay, 3088. That is what 3088 kg. Okay. And see the question, which is a 1000 megawatt fission reactor consumes half of its fuel in 5 years. Okay, so how much he has taken initially means you can say that 3088 kilogram. Okay, right. Next question, it is what 19th question. See, how long an electric lamp of 100 watts, okay, how long an electric lamp of 100 watts can be kept glowing by a fusion of 2 kg of deuterium. How long an electric lamp of 100 watt, okay, can be kept glowing by fusion of 2.0 kg or 2 kg of deuterium? The fission reaction can be taken as, okay, so this is the fission reaction, that is what he has given in the question. But now we have to find time, how much time it takes, right, for how long the bulb continues to glow. Okay, see here, number of atoms present in 2 grams of 2 grams of deuterium, right, that is what 6 into 10 to the power of 23, 6 into 10 to the power of 23, and number of atoms present in 2 kg or 2000 grams of deuterium. 2000 grams of deuterium will be 6 into 10 to the power of 23 into 2000, okay, 2000 divided by 2 is equal to 6 into 10 to the power of 26, 6 into 10 to the power of 26, right? So these are the number of atoms, present in 2 kg or 2000 grams of deuterium, that is 6 into 10 to the power of 26, okay. Next, energy released in the fusion of 2 deuterium atoms. Energy released in the fusion of 2 deuterium atoms here is equal to 3.2 million electron volt. 3.2 million electron volt. They only given as a part of nuclear reaction. They only given 3.2 million electron volt. Okay. See here. So after completion of that, total energy released in the fusion of 2 kg of deuterium atoms is equal to 3.2. This is what energy. Here we talked about number of atoms. And here we are in a discussion about the energy, right? So total energy released in the fusion of 2 kg of deuterium atoms is equal to 3.2 by 2 into 6 into 10 to the power of 26. 6 into 10 to the power of 26 is equal to 9.6 into 10 to the power of 26 million electron volts. 9.6 into 10 to the power of 26 million electron volt. So that if you convert into joules, that is what 1 electron volt is equal to 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 joules, and million means 10 power 6. So finally the answer will be 15.34 into 10 to the power of 13 joules. This is the total energy released. This is the total energy released. Okay, total energy released in the fusion of 2 kilograms of deuterium atoms. Okay. After completion of that, here this is what we calculated total energy in terms of joules. We are going to calculate the energy consumed by the bulb per second. So, energy consumed by the bulb per second is equal to 100 joules. 100 joules. Okay. Then time for which the bulb will glow. Time for which the bulb will glow is equal to this value divided by this, that is what, 100. So, that is seconds, and if you want to calculate in years, you know that how we are writing the time of 1 year in terms of seconds. Similarly, you can write time of 1 second in years. So, this seconds we are converting into years. So, then finally the value will be 4.9 into 10 to the power of 4 years. 4.9 into 10 to the power of 4 years. Okay, right. So, once again you just go through the problem from starting onwards. Regarding the last problem I am saying, how long an electric lamp of 100 watt can be kept glowing by fission of 2 kilogram of deuterium, by fission of 2 kilogram deuterium. Okay, the fission reaction can be taken as, this is what he is saying. Okay, this is the fission reaction. You know very well, for the glowing of bulb we need energy, right? If how much time or how long we are giving energy continuously, for that period of time the bulb is continues to glow. But we have to calculate, based on the given data we have to calculate. So, first the number of atoms present in the deuterium means, that is Avogadro number, right? It is 6 into 10 to the power of, okay, actually it is 6.023 into, but anyhow rounding of method will give us 6 into 10 to the power of 23 is the number of atoms present in deuterium. Afterwards, number of atoms present in 2 kilograms or 2000 grams of deuterium, that is what, 6 into 10 to the power of 26. Okay. Then energy released in the fission of 2 deuterium atoms, that is equal to 3.2 million electron volt. Here, see this is what, 2 deuterium atoms. Okay. And afterwards total energy released in the fission of 2 kilograms of deuterium atoms is equal to, right? So, this is the total energy, 9.6 into 10 to the power of 26 million electron volt. So, that we are converting into joules. So, after that energy consumed by the bulb per second will be 100 joules. Okay. So, now we can calculate time for which the bulb will glow. That is what you have to take the ratio of these two, that is 15.34 into 10 to the power of 13 divided by 100, that is in seconds. Okay, if he is asking in years, you can calculate in years, otherwise you can stop the problem here. If you want to calculate in years, in the place of second we have to write in terms of years. Finally, it will be 4.9 into 10 to the power of 4 years. Okay, right. So, in this class we discussed 4 problems. Okay. First problem here we completed to check whether fission is possible or not energetically, right? And moreover, he is asking to give the explanation by calculating or by working out the Q value. So, here if you find the Q value that is available in negative, so when the Q is negative, you can say that the fission is not possible energetically. Okay, that is what we have to remember here in case of this problem. Next, if you see the next one, that is what next problem. In this problem, he is asking to find total energy released. First, we are going to calculate energy released per fission, and as a student who completed to calculate the number of atoms present in 1 kilogram or 1000 grams of plutonium, that is what Pu 23994, just by multiplying the number of atoms and with the energy released for fission, you can calculate total energy released, that is 4.54 into 10 to the power of 26 million electron volts. Okay. Afterwards, we went to discuss, that is next problem, that is problem number 18. In this problem, he is asking to calculate how much mass of uranium we have taken initially to complete the process according to the problem. Okay, that is what a 1000 megawatt fission reactor consumes half of its fuel in 5 years. How much uranium did it contain initially, right? And he also asked to assume the reactor operates 80% of the time, that all the energy generated arises from the fission of uranium-235-92, and that this nuclide is consumed only by the fission process. Okay, right. So first we are going to calculate, that is what total energy generated in 5 years with 80% on time. Okay, then we calculated energy generated in each fission, afterwards number of atoms. Okay, then we can calculate energy generated per gram of uranium-235-92. Okay, so next the amount of uranium consumed in 5 years with 80% of time. So assumption is important, right? We can't calculate for 100% of time. So that it came as 1544 kilogram. But according to the question, right, see here, a 1000 megawatt fission reactor consumes half of its fuel in 5 years. The answer will be, the mass of uranium taken initially is 3088, that is what 3088 kilogram, right? In the next problem, he is asking to calculate how long an electric lamp of 100 watts can be kept glowing by fission of 2 kilogram of deuterium, right? So by calculating the number of atoms present in 2 kilogram of deuterium, and then energy released per fission, okay, energy released in the fission of 2 kilogram of deuterium atoms. Finally, you can calculate energy consumed by the bulb per second. At last, time for which the bulb will glow will be 4.9 into 10 to the power of 4 years. Okay, right. So in our next class we will start with 20th problem. Thank you.